Let me take you back to the DUT campus in Durban. As we understand at the moment, there's some police activity there around the people who have gathered outside the campus there. Take a look at these live visuals coming from there now. Police, in fact, I'm told Tuba Vilane is there. Tuba, what can you tell us in the last few minutes? There's been some police activity.
We spoke to you like 2 minutes ago, and you'll understand there were a group of students that had camped here, but now it's clear. Maybe if I can move out of the shot so that you can see. Few minutes ago, a group of students started throwing stone to the police, and the police responded. I understand that there was one student that few minutes ago that was taken to the police van. We're not sure whether that student has been arrested, but I can see that is still in. She's still in that police van. But as you can see from that distance, that's the group of police officers that intervened. Rubber bullets had to be fired by the police to try and disperse the group of students. I see a group of police here. I will ask my colleague Untanta if we can get closer and see what is taking place there. And there is a police van that is also getting closer there. I see there is a group of students there. We're not sure whether those students are being arrested as well, or they are just being taken away from the protest that looks like it's going to get out of hand. These are the group of students. Some of them are crying, as you saw that police had to fire some shots to try and disperse the students that were here. The situation is indeed getting out of hand. Students were here at DUT here in Durban. These are the group of students, some of the students that were here that are being taken by the police. Some are carrying their blankets, as it confirmed that some of them spent the night here. As according to the first student that we spoke to, he told us that they spent nights here and they were still willing to spend more until they are getting a space to study here in DUT, because they are saying what they want is just education.
Tuba, I wonder how close you can get to the students so that we hear from them directly what exactly is happening. Why are they being taken away by police?
Let me try and ask and talk to this lady, but I can see that she's in tears.
Yesterday I came for walk-ins and we were not supposed to leave, so we slept here. And then today when we were supposed to leave, the police came and chased us. And then I was sitting there, and now I have to go to jail for nothing. And I don't even know anything. And I'm alone in Durban. I don't even know what to do right now.
Where are you from?
I'm from Richards Bay.
That's one of the students that we were able to get. She's from Richards Bay, and she's telling us that she was standing here, but now she's been asked by the police to get into the police van. She doesn't know why, but that's the current situation that is taking place here at Tulasizwe.
Yeah, and Tuba, I wonder if our colleague can actually show us the activity around the van itself. I mean, all the way until we are able to see them drive off. Of course, we do focus a lot on police activity in the wake of what happened in Braamfontein, where police were supposed to be carrying out one function, but ended up with consequences with the death of one civilian. But also generally, we do keep the spotlight on how police conduct themselves around these operations, because law enforcement, yes, but the rights of people don't simply fall away simply because you deem them to have broken the law. So I wonder if we can stay with those visuals and just try and speak to those students, those people, because some of them are not students, even as they are inside the van there.
Yes. I will ask my colleague Ntlantla if he can show you. These are two vans in front of us here, Tulasizwe, and I understand and I can see that there are students or people, if we can call them so, that have been locked inside these police vans. And it looks like some of this, one of the vans is driving off with a group of students inside, and we aren't even able to get a chance to speak to them. But the other one is still here, and other students are also being taken inside that police van.
All right, Tuba, we continue to watch that. But in as far as the bigger group that was picketing outside the institution, it's actually amazing how quickly they dispersed. The 1 minute I was talking to you, we broke away from your visuals and had one story of about 40 seconds, and within that period it cleared altogether. Do we know if they're still assembling somewhere in the vicinity of DUT? Are we seeing police activity around that bigger group that had been chanting outside the campus there?
That is very interesting, because for someone that might just come in now, that person might think that this place has been clear throughout the day, but actually there were thousands of students that were camped here just a few minutes ago. That side, Thulasizwe, where those taxis are driving from, that's where the police push the students to. We're not sure whether they followed them or they still assembled on that side or they dispersed. But from what we were hearing from the ground, Thulasizwe, is that they still gonna be here. They're not gonna go anywhere, because some of them, like you had the student that we spoke to, she was telling us that she's from Richards Bay. She doesn't know anyone here in Durban. She only came here because she was hoping that she was going to get a space to study here at the DUT. Let me ask my colleague if we can walk closer to those students and see if we can be able to speak to them and maybe try to understand if they are also facing the similar situation as those that we spoke to. You will bear with us, Thulasizwe, with those shaky visuals, because we're walking. So Swami, if what's your problem?
Lana besizocela ikhala zokufunda azange size zitholakale abasinaki lokho sifike izolo la salala siyagodola enasena zonema zokubuyela emuva manje.
Nifike kanjani yini enenze nezalana benitsheliwe yini ukuthi kunekhala ngoba ubu-applyile ngone?
Yebo besi-applyile with ama-CO forms kwathiwa size namhlanje sizoyenza ama-walk-ins bekulesibili. Sasa seza bapostana ku Facebook besibona bafike bangasinaka bathi ngoba asenze social distance angeke basinake.
Kunjalo nje ukuthi ihlukunyezwa abantu abamnyama nanento nje yenzakala la cha angazi ngize ngiyithanda ngibuka abantu benze kanje ingane engangami ihlukumeza komuntu omnyama lokho yabona nje ngiphatha ngosizi shame ngisho sebekhala beguqa phansi ngamadolo senzeni na akukho umuntu ophendulayo baba mela ngeyibhamu kuhlungu kimi njengomuntu omnyama kuhlungu kimi shame.
It's not right at all ukuthi we have to come all the way from Newcastle size endaweni ezihlukene. Abane they've been here for 2 weeks behleli baze baphelelwa imali abatholi aba-attendwa nje abanye laba sebeze bayasilwela manje ukuthi thina sithole attention kodwa ke manje abenzanga lutho but sebeyaboshwa abanye sebeyadutshulwa like seriously as if like abana ingane nabo ekumele ifunde. No, it's not right at all nje cha akukho right.
There you have it, Thulasizwe. Those are some of the people or students that have walked in here at DUT. They are confirming that some of them they saw or they received social media reports confirming that the institution will be allowing the walk-ins, but when they get here, they never get any attention from the institution. But that's how it ended now when they had to be dispersed by the police.
Yeah, all right. Thank you for that, Tuba. I think that clarifies things a little bit, and I think there is an emerging thread among the stories being told by those people who were outside DUT there. Many of them are not students. They are not people who have been offered, at least the ones that Tuba has been able to speak to, are not people who have been offered positions at the university, but are aspirant students who appear to have been misled by these social media reports around the possibility of walk-in registration. If you don't know what that is, I mean, it's self-explanatory. It basically says you just show up and you show them your your certifications, your matric certificate, etc., and you do the application right there and then. It used to be a practice years ago, but I mean, the higher institutions of higher learning sort of phased it out because it did create chaos for them each and every year at the start of the year. And in fact, at one campus, it had deadly consequences the one year. But it seems there was that impression that was created in that particular situation. Tuba Vilane out in Durban, watching the situation at DUT. You're watching All Angles here.